The Gambia has joined the global community in celebrating the International Day of the Girl Child, raising awareness about the unique challenges girls face worldwide and promoting their empowerment. This year's theme, Girls' Vision for the Future, emphasizes the urgent need for action and the persistent hope driven by the power of girls' voices and their vision for the future. This day is dedicated to celebrating the potential of girls and advocating for their rights, highlighting the importance of ensuring their full participation in social, economic and political spaces in their respective countries. The aim of the International Day of the Girl Child is to empower girls and amplify their voices to share the issues they experience and the support they seek from authorities. Established by the United Nations in 2011, this day underscores the need to address issues such as gender inequality, child marriage, and limited access to education and healthcare. Kirfato spoke with several young female advocates in the Gambia who are passionate about promoting girls' rights. Lena Igwenyiba, a women's and girls' rights advocate, reporter, and presenter at QTV Gambia, emphasized the importance of this year's theme. She stated that the theme calls for collective action to improve the lives of women and girls by addressing the challenges they face.
So talking about the theme, Girls' Vision for the Future, it just shows we should believe in girls, who they are, their capabilities, their potential, but also persistent hope, push them. And for me, that has always been the case. Girls have so many abilities. They just have to be pushed, they just have to be helped, they just have to be empowered to show. And just bringing it back to the Gambia, we live in a very patriarchal society, so now more than ever girls need that push. Talking about the recent FGM, the repeal of the law, child marriage cases, rape in the country, it just shows that girls are vulnerable. And aside that vulnerability, they need to be taught to know who they are. They need to be taught to stand up, to speak up, because they truly matter. They can take up spaces, own those spaces, because they have that capability in as much as the male counterpart. We're not saying we are better or they're better. We're saying it's a collaboration, but we're also saying that what they can do is what we can do.
Lena added that improving the situation is not just about creating awareness, but also taking meaningful steps towards gender equality. She said her advocacy aims to inspire young girls and their communities by playing a role in creating a more inclusive and equitable society for all.
So working with organizations that empower and fight for the rights of women and girls, and my passion for fighting for the rights of women and girls, I believe the government should help amplify the work of these organizations to help them, because it can't just be done one-sided. Let's ensure that equity is really not just a word by mouth, but something we do in action. When we talk about equality and equity, it's because we do it. When we talk about these things, it's when a girl and a boy comes and they have the same, let's say, competences, or the girl is doing better, she deserves to get it. Not because the guy who has less competency should get it because he's a boy. Those gender issues are things that are very deep-rooted in our Gambian society. We believe that a man should do this, a girl should do this. This is what strictly you should be as a girl, as a young woman. You don't define who we are. We can do everything they can do. If we are able to do it, give it to us, help us, put us there, push us and empower us. But instead, don't drill us or bring us behind. So for me, I'll call on government to really support civil society organizations that are already working and amplifying the voices of women and girls, to help these organizations to make sure that it is very conducive for women. You see, even women coming up into politics, they're limited. You hear a lot of things. You hear people talking, oh, she can't do it, she's this, she's that. But why, when a guy comes in, he's supported, and it's the same woman supporting. So I'll call on now, especially with this theme, which is Girls' Vision for the Future. I believe as girls, as women, we should support each other. Let's push each other. Let's really support each other.
Adam Iseka, another girls' rights advocate working with the Girls Talk organization, encouraged the government to promote girls' rights and so young girls have access to quality education and eradicate harmful traditional practices.
We've seen the efforts the government of the Gambia have been putting in terms of promoting the rights of women and girls, especially young girls. We've seen their effort in the fight against FGMC, even though we think their efforts were not enough, but at least they've been doing something. So we want to encourage them to, promote girls' rights, to ensure that girls have access to education, to ensure that harmful traditional practices are being eradicated, and to also ensure that they condemned or come out to say or to talk about gender-based violence, to ensure that it doesn't prevail in the country. So my message to every girl child across the country and beyond is that you are powerful, you are capable, and you are enough. Do not let society limit you. Do not let society tell you what to do. Go for what you want to go for. If you believe that this is what you're passionate about, especially education, if you believe, not even believe, education is basically your most powerful tool to achieve your dreams. So make sure that you pursue your education with determination, especially those girls that are like me, that come from financially challenged families. Education is your most powerful tool. Go for it. And while you are at it, remember that you are not alone. There are many of us out here fighting to make sure that your rights are respected, to make sure that your voices are heard.
Hadijat, a Starfish mentor and third-year journalism student at the University of the Gambia, stressed the importance of women's voices being heard. She called on the government to support young girls in making their voices heard.
I'm a young girl and I see myself in this day. I feel like I am a woman and my voice needs to be heard. Even though I'm in School of Journalism, I also advocate for young girls at Starfish International, and that is one of the things I'm always proud of. So I hope that government can help young girls when it comes to their voice being heard, to always be there for them, to make sure that their voice are being heard. And I believe this does not only apply to the government, but for every individual in the Gambia. I think we have to make it our responsibility to make sure that, we stand for all the girls that are in the Gambia. And I believe one person that is already doing the job is Auntie Yasmin, that is the director of Starfish International. She's always there for young girls. She makes sure that she provides them with quality education, get them the skills they need in order to be in a safe environment.
UNICEF Gambia country representative also issued a press statement in celebration of the International Day of the Girl Child, joining the global community in marking the importance of the day. She emphasized that the Gambia has made significant strides in investing in equal rights and opportunities, particularly in education and gender equality. According to UNICEF, the initiative for this day originated from the 1995 World Conference on Women in Beijing, where countries adopted the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. This declaration is notable for being the first to specifically address the rights of girls. Reporting for Kirfatu, I am Ramatulai Jao.